This is the button on the income screen in WinTax that we use to load the lump sum extra detail screen for entering lump sums. This is the actual lump sum extra detail screen in WinTax, which we will be using to illustrate various examples, because this screen shows the history of lump sums received from retirement funds, which is important when we later talk about multiple lump sums received in different years. WinTax will automatically carry forward lump sums received in the past from year to year and show them here in the tax years when the lump sums were received. This screen also offers 3 columns catering for different circumstances surrounding the lump sums received. In other words, we enter the amount of the lump sum in either the column labelled resignation, the column labelled retrenchment, or the column labelled retirement or death, and the amount we enter is taxed according to those circumstances. Remember that where the full amount of the retirement fund is transferred to a preservation fund, then the source code would be 3920. There is no tax implication in a case where the entire amount is transferred to a preservation fund, so you would not enter any amount on this lump sum extra detail screen in WinTax. If we have a code 3920 amount of 100,000 Rand on a certificate from a fund showing a pre-retirement withdrawal from the fund, then we enter that amount into the column labelled resignation. We also have to indicate that this partial resignation from the fund is the last sum taken in this tax year. We select T for taken or T for tables button next to the amount, and this will indicate that the withdrawal set of tables is to be used in this case. We will see how this indicating of lump sums taken and what tax tables are to be used becomes very important when we look at multiple lump sums taken in the current tax year. If we bring over the auto summary window showing all the bottom line figures, we will see that the first 25,000 Rand of the 100,000 Rand lump sum withdrawal amount is tax-free, and the balance of 75,000 Rand has been taxed at 18%. 18% of 75,000 Rand is 13,500 Rand. Now let's have a look at an example where a taxpayer went on normal retirement from a pension fund or matured an RA, and the taxpayer received a code 3915 lump sum amount of 600,000 Rand. So we remove our old example of 100,000 Rand pre-retirement withdrawal. We insert our new example of 600,000 Rand lump sum received at retirement. We also select the new T for taken or T for tax tables button against this new lump sum. Let's have a look at the auto summary. We can now see that the first 500,000 Rand is tax-free and the balance of 100,000 Rand has been taxed at 18%. Now let's consider another taxpayer who made a code 3920 withdrawal from his provident fund and discuss different circumstances. What if this taxpayer had been suddenly retrenched at an age where the taxpayer struggled to find employment and, facing financial difficulties, he was forced to dig into his provident fund? Well, SARS does have sympathy with such cases and may allow the pre-retirement withdrawal amount to be treated in the same way as a lump sum paid out at normal retirement. In this case, we would enter the code 3920 amount in either the retrenchment column or in the retirement column, where the first 500,000 Rand tax-free set of tables would apply.